What's going on, everybody? I'll go ahead and fix this a little bit right now so you guys can get a full view. What's going on this week 17 right now? My man Elton should be dialing in pretty soon. But man, whoever thought that we would get to this point right now? Who would have thought with the way that this season was going that the Cowboys would have a shot at the NFC East crown? You know what I mean? If you would have told me we lost Zach Martin for a good portion of the year, we lost Lyle Collins for a good portion of the year. If you'd have told me that Tyron Smith would barely play this year, I would have told you guys we had no shot in hell. If you would have told me that Zeke Elliott was having a down year and we had no Dak Prescott and all of the veterans that we signed were going to be gone in a matter of however long it was, if you would have told me that, I would have told you we have no clear shot. But it is what it is. We're here, and you know what I mean. Like, we just got to relish the moment. Like my man Quest, what's going on, Quest? Quest said this is the craziest season I've ever experienced ever. Yeah, and it's actually crazy because the way that we're playing right now, to be honest with you, we're kind of clicking. We're clicking in a way that I really didn't see us clicking. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to adjust this camera. All right, so that's probably as good as I can get it. But yeah, if you would have told me all of those things were gonna happen and we still have a shot in week 17, I would have told you guys are crazy. I definitely would have. So let me check my guess and make sure that. Okay, so Elton and E2 Blue are supposed to chime in a little bit later on. But what I will tell you guys is we have a jam-packed show today. Matter of fact, let me text Elton right now. I'm gonna give him the link. See if it works. All right. So really, the things that we're going to discuss today are obviously playoff scenarios. Because as it stands, we're still in the thick of things. What else we're gonna talk about? Booger is Washington losing to Philadelphia, and Booger McFarland had some very interesting comments to say about, I guess, maybe the black player, the black quarterback, or whoever, or maybe just a young player altogether. He had some interesting comments, and also we're going to touch on Mike Nolan's future, really, because things are starting to click. But is it a little bit too late, or is this an audition? You know what I mean? So, let's see, Cowboys talk. So, guys, I'm doing a little bit of administrative stuff right now. So if you're actually in the chat and you're watching right now, feel free to comment or shoot a question, because right now I'll just use it as a chance to really do some Q&A. Just you and me. We out there, the audience is out there, so I can do a little bit of Q&A. And it looks like my guy Elton has popped up. My guy Quest said we're coming together. Absolutely. I'll wait. All right, add to stream. Damn, man. What's up, man? So you only put on the Cowboys gear when Rob get on? You give me the white man treatment? I feel like what's going on?
I just got in the house. I was like, let me hurry the fuck
up. Yeah. So how do you feel, man? Like, how do you feel this week, man?
I don't think it's gonna be an easy game at all, because it ain't like the Giants ain't got nothing to play for. Because if they win, they actually can win the division. So I think it's gonna be a game we actually probably take in the fourth quarter.
Okay, so look, we gonna save that for a little bit. Like, there's a couple of things we're gonna discuss. First, we gonna talk about let's talk about Booger McFarland's comments. I don't know if you had an opportunity to really listen to what he talking about with Dwayne Haskins. So like, what were your thoughts on what Booger was talking about?
I got it, but you can't. I damn hate that when damn one black player messes up, it actually speaks for the entire black players all in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because if you look at it, Dak don't get in trouble. Sean ain't got a maturity issue. Lamar Jackson don't have a maturity issue. Russell doesn't have a maturity issue. Mahomes don't have a maturity issue. So you are taking the 1% and then making it a big deal. I mean, I actually get it. Dwayne Haskins messed up. Plain and simple, but I don't like that broad painting that Booger did. It kind of pissed me off. Because he didn't mention Ryan Leaf.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Because he didn't mention
my guy E.T. Blue just popped in.
Because Baker messes up. Baker's immature.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm absolutely
Jonathan Dale.
I think my biggest issue was how he brought his argument towards the end. I have no problem with what he's saying if he addressed it to everybody, right? He made it a point to kind of address it to the young black player out there to make it seem like all of the young black players are all about the followers and building the brand and all about doing the dumb stuff and not really doing their homework. And then he made it a point to compare him side by side to Jamarcus Russell, which I thought was complete and utter, bullshit. In my opinion, because I often see this and I hate it, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it from my platform. They only compare black quarterbacks to black quarterbacks, and I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion, because not only is it lazy, but it really almost creates a segregation of the position. A quarterback is a quarterback. A quarterback is a leader. Do they all do it the same? No, but that doesn't mean just because I'm athletic, I should be, chimed in with all of the other black athletic quarterbacks, because there's white athletic quarterbacks out there too. They would never compare Josh Allen to any of these quarterbacks that we're talking about right now when he fits the same mold as these guys. Josh Allen, matter of fact, my YouTube video for Josh Allen is still hitting because people are watching him run the 40 and they can't believe he can move that well. So that's the one thing that I took from it. I think now I had an opportunity to do an interview with one of my. You said who?
Daniel Jones.
Who?
Daniel Jones. He's an athletic white quarterback.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm really tired of is the narrative that when a young black quarterback doesn't work out, he's lazy in the film room and he can't read defenses. Those are the main things that are brought up, and I can't stand it because there are young white quarterbacks, there are young Latino quarterbacks that can't read defenses, that are lazy in the film room, and it's not brought up. So y'all really going to sit here and tell me? Now, I know that he's an undrafted guy, so I understand this. But when Ben DiNucci went out there and looked horrible, right? He looked horrible for us, right? He was a quarterback that looked horrible. Who got it worse? Ben DiNucci or that wide receiver that had to play quarterback for the Denver Broncos?
Wide receiver who had to play quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Sucked ass. Both of them were terrible. So I really, you know what I'm saying? I can't stand when that narrative is pushed. And really, all that really offers really is a distraction for Washington.
I don't mind.
But yeah, so E2, man, what do you think about Booger's comments, man?
So I went back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I went back and I was looking at it. I went back and I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, for you to say that about your own people is a disgrace, because you cannot compare what happened with him to the entire African American race as far as, quarterbacks and stuff in the league like that, because it's a different situation for each and every one of them. And you talked about it, DMV. There are Latino ones that are not like that. There's white ones that are not like that. I guess you could say Benvenucci, Italiano, you know.
Yeah,
But at the
exactly.
same time, like, for you to say that, you cannot generalize an isolated situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what else too? I really wasn't a fan of him talking about them building their brands, because players have been building their brands for as long as we can, as long as the football game has been around.
First of all,
Why do you
first of
think
all,
players still wear the number 21, bro? Why do you think prime time is such a big thing if there wasn't about building the brand?
right. But just like we talked about it, I can name so many athletes, and including prime time, that have established their brand and have done the right thing in the league, and are Hall of Famers, and are, role models to the younger generation.
Exactly. And I often tell people this too, man. The quarterback, and a lot of people who are Cowboys fans, they want to get a new quarterback, or they think the quarterback is this and they think the quarterback is that. Like, I am in no, what I'm saying, am I defending Dwayne Haskins here? Not really, because Dwayne Haskins needed to let his play speak on the field for him too. Like, what comes with it is, if you can't play, like, you deserve some of that criticism. You deserve criticism if you can't play. Straight up. If you aren't doing your homework and things of that nature, it's a privilege to play in the league. So, if you took that for granted, shame on you. You know what I mean? But I don't think that it's right to lump him in there with somebody that is doing their homework, that's brand that might not be winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cam Newton isn't necessarily having as great of a year, but you've never heard anybody say Cam Newton's not doing his homework, or Cam Newton's not doing this. You might say that he's flamboyant and he's somebody that brands, but I don't think that somebody like Cam Newton deserves to be in the same breath as him. Or I don't think somebody like, I don't know, really Josh Allen, right? Josh Allen has been doing a lot of branding out in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit flamboyant, and and I'm not taking nothing away from him, because he's balling like crazy this year. But I'm just saying, I think that to lump Dwayne Haskins in with these young kids is just wrong. Like, Dwayne Haskins sucks because Dwayne Haskins sucks. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, yeah. I mean, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I could walk the line, and I can really just show you a whole bunch of different people that were branding themselves throughout. Joe Namath, bro. Like, me and my bros was talking about that earlier. Joe Namath ain't give a damn. He won. He got him a Super Bowl, but I mean, he's a face of the league. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was doing commercials before he even won anything.
Brett Favre.
I mean, I don't think Tom Brady really. Oh yeah, Brett Favre. Brett Favre was in movies and all of this type of stuff. Like, I just don't think that you can really sum everything up just by Dwayne Haskins going out there and messing up his opportunity.
The whole damn Cowboys franchise is about branding.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot, we are the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So we know all it is about branding. The whole organization.
Racing is about branding.
Our whole history is about branding. That damn bright ass star and the color. So, I mean, if you're gonna have this discussion and talk about players, talk about owners too. Talk about Jerry. Maybe, I mean, Booger probably does, and he's a stand-up guy from what I understand. So, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But if he does it again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I ain't owned by ESPN, I ain't owned by ABC or nobody like that, so I can say whatever the hell it is that I want to say. And I just think that Booger should have chose. He probably should have chose a different segment for this one. Maybe you just touch on why Dwayne Haskins blew his opportunity, and not use that as the platform to kill young black players out there. You know what I'm saying? So That's all I got for that topic, man. So let's talk about last week's. Let's talk about the Philadelphia game, guys. What were your bright spots? What were your low spots? I'll start with E2.
Hold on. I couldn't hear you. What you say?
Okay, so for the Philadelphia game, man, what were your bright spots? What were your low spots? Like from that game?
From the last game, you mean? Sorry, it was going out.
Yes.
Well, you here's the thing. The bright spots we know, and you and I talked about this before. We talked about this offensive line, right? These young guys. The fact of the matter that they're in there, they're getting all these reps and stuff. And it seems like the past couple of weeks they've been gelling, they've been coming together, and they've been playing a little better. So now when you get your starters back in there, these guys know what to do if they ever have to come back in again. So that's a definite bright spot. Low spot, I would say we got to get better on defense. We're still getting gashed in the run game, and we have to figure out what we're going to do with Nolan. Because this is the thing, and I told you about this before. We have 4-3 personnel. We do not have 3-4 personnel. So if he's going to come in here and change things, you're going to have to change that personnel. And if you're signing Dak Prescott, you're not going to be able to do that in a year. So he's going to either have to switch it to a 4-3, they're going to have to find a 4-3 defensive coordinator, period.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting that you say that. Elton?
To me, the bright spot to me is them getting turnovers. It was like at the beginning of the year, they actually couldn't get a turnover to save their life, and now they're just coming in bunches.
You know what some of that is due to, Elton.
The pressure up front.
That and they got their boys back. They got all their boys back, like they had in the beginning of the season. So you know how like when you playing with backups and you playing with other people, it's like, all right, well, I'm not motivated and this and that. But when your homeboys out there, it's like you get this different dynamic of play with them. Now it shouldn't be like that. You should be playing at a high level at all times, no matter who's out there. But I feel like with these guys, I notice when certain people are playing, they get hyped.
Yeah, definitely. And one of them being Cheeto.
Yeah.
But you want to know something else too, though? Randy Gregory has to be one of those guys you're talking about. Not in the secondary necessarily, but I see a connection as far as hypeness, as far as energy between him and Jalen Smith. You saw them kind of dapping up and getting hype amongst everybody,
too.
And it looked good. Yeah, it looked good, honestly.
Yeah.
For me, my highs were really Andy Dalton finally found he finally found an open guy this week. He knew where the pressure was coming from. He had poise in the pocket, and he was finding the open guy. He wasn't guessing this week. He made the right read, and he had a pretty solid game. Even on the ground running the football, he pulled it a couple times. Maybe there was one time where he wasn't supposed to pull it, but I mean, Gregory was a bright spot for me. He's starting to come along. My guy, Mark on his show talked about it. He said that Randy, didn't have a training camp, and what I'm saying, like he didn't barely even have any padded practices. So now he's starting to come on, which which is definitely a great sign for us right now, going into week 17 with the season on the line. Another bright spot to me, really, I think the secondary is playing pretty solid, honestly, for what they have. Diggs is coming back off of an injury, but I think that more than anything, they're getting healthy at the right time.
Right.
You said what?
Oh no, you
said what?
Further that point with Randy Gregory, if you literally think about it,
Jordan Lewis had a pretty good game.
Oh no, I was saying if you think about it with Randy Gregory, he's only went to training camp once in his career.
Yeah, that's true. His rookie year.
It's the only time he's ever been to training camp.
It's pretty damn scary.
Let me quickly expound on that Andy Dalton thing you were talking about, DMV.
Hey, Elton, do you remember last year when I was like, man, this might sound crazy? Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get off the topic on that, so
Go ahead,
you were
EJ.
talking about, so you were talking about him, getting the ball out to these guys and this and that. Now, I've been trying to explain to fans on my channel about, and I talked a little bit about it too. You look at his first 3 games, he came in there, didn't play that well. He was still learning, what Kellen Moore wanted. And, he hadn't had any rapport with these receivers, especially Michael Gallup. So as you see, as the weeks went along, with him in practice and getting the first team reps with these guys, now he knows where these guys like the ball to be placed. They know how hard he throws the ball because he throws a different type of ball than Dak Prescott does. So it seems like now he knows these guys, and that's, it's starting to, he's getting that cohesion with these guys now. So, and that's what's definitely changed as well.
Well, I would agree to that on the 50-50 balls because there were times that he tried to dial up Gallup on, on 9 routes down the field, and he was missing. But he knew that if he was even or if he was with the guy or on the goal line, he knew to go straight up to Gallup or to Amari. He knew that. So I agree with those.
Right.
And he didn't know where to go with the football, the hot reads and things of that nature. This week he knew. He got it out of his hands quick. He got it to Dalton if they sent the blitz, the hot read. Yeah, that was my big issue with Andy Dalton. And guys like the teams like the Ravens, Arizona, Washington, where to go with the football. And this week he was able to do that. But maybe it was due to the fact that our guy number 21 showed up. Our guy 21 had some lanes. He was fresh. He took a week off. He looked pretty damn good. He was a bright spot that I didn't get to. But Zeke Elliott definitely showed, in my opinion, I think he showed that there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Meek Mill said, like, you guys thought Tony Pollard was good. Tony Pollard's game against San Fran was okay once he got that big run. But the type of game that Zeke churned out in this Philadelphia game kept them honest. The play action game, it kept it honest, and they had to account for him. And there's something to say about accounting for Zeke Elliott when he's on. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to Zeke. Big shout out to the O line for good combo blocking this week. And I think that there's a possibility that we might get. I've heard that there's a possibility of Zach Martin possibly coming back.
They said it was unlikely for this game, but if we do make it to the playoffs, though, he would definitely play that next game, that playoff game.
So let me ask you a question: if Zach Martin, let's say hypothetically, we make the playoffs, if Zach Martin is healthy, where do you put him?
Right tackle.
I think I'm agree with that.
Definitely right tackle.
Because for me, I don't want to mess up the growth of McGovern. Connor Williams is getting comfortable. I think that right tackle. I mean, Steele is probably is the weak link, and you just go with your 5 best line. That's just my thought process with it.
You should always go with your 5 best.
So, absolutely. So I'm gonna go off of Twitter because Rob Phillips did his injury report today, but I think Zeke wasn't listed on the injury report, and apparently Zeke says he feels as fresh as he's always felt, he's felt as fresh as he has pretty much, since the last time he was fresh. Go ahead.
No, you were talking about Zeke, and I think that he's actually
you about
been
to say
playing
something
injured.
too?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
think I think he's been playing injured the last couple of games, with that calf. So I think that's what
Yeah,
was really
we hear you.
slowing him down. You heard me?
Yeah, I think it's Wi-Fi going in and out.
Possibly. I agree with that. And I never. I mean, even in those games, I didn't think Zeke was playing bad. I thought Zeke was playing solid in other games. We just stopped really running the football. Maybe they stopped running the football because he wasn't healthy.
Which makes sense.
Okay, but healthy.
Plus, he was getting hit in the backside when he got the ball.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna go off this practice list. 4 players were on the current roster, did not practice today. LVE didn't practice. You said what? Oh, dang. This is like a lag. Okay, so
Yeah, it's
4
a lag.
players on the current record. He'll probably be there Sunday. Darian Thompson had a concussion, Rashad participation, and Cheeto had limited participation today. So, based on that list, Zeke wasn't on
Xavier
that
Woods
list.
have a rib injury?
Yeah. So he had a rib injury, so he had limited participation. So it looks like he's probably going to be there Sunday.
Okay.
Jordan Lewis lined up at safety on Sunday, and he did not look bad. He got that one penalty, but I'll tell you what, he was in the right spot. He just didn't have his head around. So I'll ask you this question: Do you feel comfortable? With him back there?
I do.
Beside Donovan Wilson,
Jordan Lewis?
If things fall apart.
Absolutely. Jordan Lewis got a nose for the ball.
He came up. He made tackles. One thing you don't got to worry about him is being in the wrong spot. Say that much.
Yeah.
Honestly, he does.
Yeah.
I mean, that might actually be a better fit for him, actually.
Yeah, because they keep him in the slot when he's really an outside corner.
It might be, so I think that I would keep that in my back pocket for this. Obviously, Mike Nolan has, but it's just just little adjustments like that is going to make me segue into this next question. So, do you think Mike Nolan has done enough to keep his job?
Not yet.
Nope.
Not yet. But if they get another 3 turnovers, it is going to be hard.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because regardless of what's going on, we are still.
E2.
We are. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
So is this an audition?
No. So what I was saying was, I think no, because if you look at in the run game, we're still getting gashed up the middle. We're still allowing 300 plus yards a game on the ground, and you can't sustain that every game.
What's going on? Y'all there? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we here.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. All right, so my bad, y'all. So my question is, so I know y'all were answering the question already. So y'all are in the same boat where, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't done enough.
Not yet.
I don't know if you heard me when I said it, but I was like, we still getting gashed up the middle. You talking about 300 plus yards a game on the ground? You can't sustain that every week.
Y'all are in the same boat where, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't done enough.
I don't know if you heard me when I said it, but I was like,
Hello.
Yeah.
Damn, what is going on?
Now with the Cowboys do something crazy like in the Super Bowl, and wow.
All right.
That'll be very 2020-ish.
I think his internet was lagging.
That is usually mine.
Hey, DMV.
I'm guessing his sound went out.
Look, I feel like ever since COVID happened, everybody's internet be acting up this whole year, bro.
Is that 5G?
Yeah, cause everybody on it, like, cause everybody at home, everybody working remote. Internet ain't never worked this hard.
Mine's is trash right now.
Bruh. Mine is stable in the house, but I was out on the road when I first was on there, so but I'm back in the house now. You back, DMV?
Here's here. Go out.
Good old StreamYard. You might have to restart it. She's back.
All right, hello.
Yeah,
I hear you guys. Don't know.
Tupac in the building.
Did I mute you guys by accident? Nope, I didn't.
No,
Can
we
you
can.
hear us?
Oh,
Can you hear us now?
what is going on?
We are not giving up.
Hey, DMV.
All right.
Hey, DMV.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, he can't hear us. Damn it.
He said,
Hello.
yeah.
All right, got y'all now. All right. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that, people that's out there watching, man. Technical difficulties, man. I don't know what happened. Normally I do this for and it doesn't trip like this. But, I'm back on the laptop now. Sweating over here now. Sweating like Mike Nolan over here.
Oh. About to lose that job.
Yeah, but so we were talking about Mike Nolan, and y'all probably already talked about it today. But so in y'all eyes, he still got a little bit to go. This is this right here is, I guess, audition week, pretty much.
I just don't see how it makes sense right now. In my opinion, he should have never been hired in the first place. Because you knew what you had on defense. You knew you couldn't change a whole dynamic of a defense like that in a COVID year. On top of the fact that you're trying to change it with incorrect personnel, like it just was going to be a failure to begin with.
Agreed. I will say this though, it seems like the guys are kind of buying into what the scheme is. I don't think we have very good personnel. I think that we have a lot of young guys that are hungry out there that are trying to make it work. Our linebackers suck, but defensive line, they're playing their ass off right now.
I don't necessarily think our linebackers suck. I just don't think that they're right for the scheme that Nolan is trying to put them in. They just don't fit in that. Because we've seen these same guys play better. We've seen Joe Thomas ball out before.
Yeah.
We've seen Jalen play better. And I think that when he came in and switched him and Leighton Vander Esch's position, I think that was a wrong thing because they were playing better in their respective positions before.
Yeah. But you know what else too? Sean Lee to me looks – when Sean Lee looks out of place, because Sean Lee never was really out of place, when he looks out of place, there's an issue with whatever they're being taught or whatever their scheme is.
Yes.
And so I think that like whatever the linebacker keys are, maybe it's like the Kiwis and everything's backwards or some shit. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, they got to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, no, not fix it. Like whatever it is, it has to be taught better. Or maybe they need better linebackers. I don't know. Because like you said, a couple of years ago, these guys were playing at a level to where we were talking about the Wolfpack, and we were talking about we got the best linebacker duo, the best young linebacker duo in the league. And now we're talking
in a standard 4-3 setup. But remember, he's running a 3-4 hybrid with the linebackers, and they don't do that. You're talking about like when you look at like the Packers, right, and how they run with Zadarian Smith. Those guys, those linebackers are as big as DeMarcus Lawrence. Our guys are like my size.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You're not going to do that.
In the 3-4 setting, normally those guys are big.
Yes.
And obviously Jalen is lighting the ass. I don't know if you watched that play where he just got completely pancaked. You saw his dreads flying up every damn way. But it just looked like he just looked like a little boy in there with some of them linemen. So
because you're not asking 4-3 linebackers to rush anything up front with them offensive linemen. They're not going toe to toe with no offensive linemen. You talking about 310, 320 guys? It's not gonna happen, bro. Like that's why I said like what he was trying to do, it just doesn't work for our linebacker core. And I don't think that they suck. I literally just think that they're just being played out of their scheme.
But I'll ask you this though, because while you can get me on the them getting off the blocks like the different gaps, and maybe there's something that other teams have exploited in order to get to the second level and get bodies on Jalen, get bodies on LVE. But it seems like they're guessing with their keys, and that right there, is that coaching, or is that just showing that you don't have confidence in what it is that we're doing?
Well, just like with anything you're doing, we've all played football here. You know that when you're asked to do something that you've never done before in college, in high school, middle school, whatever, when you're playing outside of yourself, you're learning something totally different at the pro level. And you can't learn something totally different at the pro level. Like for instance with D-Law. D-Law is not a stand-up outside defensive end. He's got to have his hand in the dirt. Having his hand in the dirt is the best way to rush him. And making him stand up is a whole different dynamic. Like when some people look at it, you think that it's simple and you think that they could be able to adjust, but when you're not normally doing stuff like that, it's weird to you. So you're thinking football is so fast, especially in the NFL, it's like this. So thinking and reacting, it's more so if you already know what you're doing and then reacting. You ain't got time to think.
Nah, that's a fact. Let's see. Tom Thompson says, well, Vander was hurt. Smith is left out on the island, same as Thomas. And I could agree to that to some extent. And I mean, I just think that we don't have the personnel for the things that Nolan wants to do. And some of it is creative. Some of it, I mean, in all honesty, the last couple of weeks, the things have been working, but it's been predicated on how well our rush has been playing. And I'll tell you this much. I'll take a hot pass rush any day of the week if it can make up for a lot of the bad things that we have on the back end. What we didn't have in those weeks that we really looked bad when we weren't getting turnovers is guys like Gallimore wasn't playing, Hamilton wasn't playing. Those guys would get penetration up the middle, taking on blocks. Randy Gregory wasn't there. DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't playing as well. Alden Smith was pretty much out there by himself. So now you got a couple of young boys that you got in the middle that are playing hard, that are playing like their lives depend on it, making guys like Marcus Lawrence better. Making I think Randy Gregory's interview makes the defense better anyway. So it's making the secondary, I don't have to cover as long, or we're able to hide Darian Thompson out there for a whole game. I can tell you, I didn't really notice. It was Donovan Wilson that made that bad read on that John Jackson play, which I'll take one bad read, if it means that it won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that. And
you also got to.
It was more so about getting the pass rush there anyway, or winning up front. We've been kind of doing that as of late. Like we're not. Besides Tyrone Crawford, nobody's getting their ass pumped in there.
Yeah. Well, you also got to give credit to Deshaun Jackson, because on them 9 routes and them post routes, ain't nobody stopping that.
Man, I ain't giving them no damn credit. Mike Nolan know better than to man him up with no bracketed safety over. Come on, dog. Like, if there's anything that we know about Jack is that the dude can run a straight line, bro. Like, and you give him no resistance, no help. Like, I mean, bro, he's gonna win a one-on-one matchup more
all day. But you see they corrected. You see they corrected that quick. He didn't get another pass in that game.
He sure as hell didn't. And you know what? Should have been like that anyway. I mean, and we're gonna run into a very similar week with the Giants. Here's the difference, though. They don't have nobody that's going to tear the top off.
No.
Matter of fact, like, I'm just thinking
Shepard,
in the passing game, I'm not afraid of anybody in that game.
Shepard ain't playing that well. Darius Slayton ain't playing that well. And Daniel Jones see ghosts. So all you got to do is get in his face, and it's over for him. Now, what you do got to watch out is for little Alfred Morris, because everybody hate on him, but that boy still got the juice.
He do, but is Garrett and is New York are they going to stay with the run? You know
they will. You know Jason Garrett. You know the guy. Remember he was here last year, the year before, and the year before that.
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say, like, I've been watching the last couple of weeks. I've been watching them stink it up. They've been stinking it up.
Now is their week to look good. He gonna be doing the oop deep, the damn Anastasia of Puerto Rico. You know what the
But you know Garrett gonna be like, all right, we're gonna be conservative. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball.
Good. No, that ain't good. That ain't good. That ain't good for us.
You know,
we need them to pass.
But I don't think his defense is gonna let Jason Garrett. You know what's funny? Remember the last time we played the Giants? That bastard did a flea flicker. He ain't never do a flea flicker in 10 years.
Yeah, I know they was doing a whole bunch of trick stuff the last time we played. You know what else too? Jalen Smith had the best game of his life. Jalen Smith. So I kind of feel confident in knowing that Jalen Smith is going to play well.
I think we got this game, man. I think we got it.
I think we got it too.
I just need the Eagles to do their part.
I think we're gonna get multiple turnovers. I think we're gonna win. It's not gonna. I think it's gonna be hard early, but I think we finish that game well. If I'm watching Zeke Elliott, you know what I'm saying? Like Zeke Elliott has been playing well, so I think he plays well in this game. The play action's there. This is probably you know what? I think this is a Dalton Schultz game. Dalton Schultz probably has a really good game.
our tight ends always kill them for some reason.
I really like Blake Bell. I don't know what it is.
It's because he's big as hell, bro. He big as hell. He big as hell and he block.
I really like him. And I swear, if we keep him next year and having him, Schultz, and Jarwin with Dak Prescott,
I know.
and you know Dak loved them tight ends.
Hey, but look, don't tell Elton that, man. Elton is on the Kyle Pitts train hard right now. He want Kyle Pitts hard.
Nah, don't even worry about that. We good. If you keep the Belldozer, I think we'll be fine. With Jarwin coming back, because you know Dak hit him on them 20-yard seam routes.
Yeah. And I don't even need him to hit him on the seam routes. Really, I just need him to keep – because what do we need him to hit them on the 20-yard seam routes when we got CD? Because CD eats them things up.
Though. It's just extra options, bro.
It is, though. It is. I feel you.
Your poison.
Give me Kyle Pitts. Pitts will be better than Kelsey and Wilder. Watch.
They'll probably if they even get a tight end, bro, it'll probably be in the later rounds anyway.
Well, wait, before we talk draft, because we got a couple minutes, man, let's talk about this Washington-Philadelphia game. Because if we have a shot in the playoffs, that game is very intriguing. And we already talked about Booger and his comment and how that's a distraction for Washington. I know that Alex Smith hasn't been taking reps. Alex Smith didn't practice today.
I feel like Heineke. I feel like they're going to start Heineke. And I feel like Heineke is going to go in there and ball out. Because I've seen a little bit of him before. He got a little bit of juice, and people ain't on that wave yet, but he got a little something.
Is there the possibility that Washington tanks?
What, for a pick? I don't know.
Yeah, they could.
They still picking too high to get a quarterback.
Huh?
They still picking too high to get a
well, if they lose, they got 6 wins. They would probably be around 11 or 12. They still be in the spot to get a quarterback. They need one.
But you know what? And I talked to shout out to Burgundy and Gold fan all day. I had a conversation with him about this. Because I asked him what he thought about it. They got options to get a quarterback outside of drafting because remember they still got Kyle Allen. Remember he got injured. He tore his ACL.
Is Kyle Allen really gonna be your franchise quarterback though, bro?
No. I'm not saying the franchise.
Yeah, I know what
I'm
you're
just saying he's definitely good enough to fight for that spot. But what if Dalton decides he wants to get a starting job and Washington offers him the starting position?
Thank you for the compensatory pick. I'll take it.
Because I was telling people, I said I wouldn't mind bringing Dalton back if he's okay with being Dak's backup. But we do know that Dalton does want to be a starting quarterback again. But if he gets that opportunity to go to Washington, that will be that will give them a good veteran quarterback that they need, and then they can battle with him and Kyle Allen to see who can start for them.
Yeah, Washington might lose that first round pick. They out here tampering.
Yeah, right. And then I don't know what
I'm here.
I don't know where Cam Newton go next year, but I heard that I don't know if him and Riverboat Ron, they probably had a rocky ending with the Panthers. But I think that Cam Newton be a good fit with Washington though, because with his mobile style, that will help with those running backs that they got over there.
Yeah, definitely. I could see Cam, but for me, Washington needs to draft a quarterback. They weren't necessarily too. If there was a draft to draft a quarterback, is this one? They got a whole bunch of guys coming in. A guy that they could be looking at as the BYU kid, Zach. But I mean, Washington will try and win. You said what?
Wilson gonna go top 5.
Possibly. I mean, maybe Justin Fields drops out, and then I would hate him going there, but maybe Justin Fields.
That would be Dwayne Haskins all over again.
Exactly. But I just had to throw that out there because I'm like, I mean, Heineke, if he starts this week, Philadelphia probably wins that game, in my opinion. I know he looked good for a quarter, but you know what? There's a lot of quarterbacks that look good for a quarter and pretty much, mop-up time or trying to come back when there's no tape on you. Guys like Jalen Hurts ain't gonna lay down. They need to know if put it this way, this is an audition for Philadelphia to know if Jalen Hurts is the quarterback that they're gonna move forward with over wins. They have to play this game hard. They have to.
They also have to give Wentz a chance to start again because they're paying him the money to do so.
Not if they find a trade partner for him. I mean,
who gonna trade that contract without him giving some of that money back?
Indy, because Indy got the cap for it.
They could.
I don't know if they want to. I don't know if that.
Indy's like damn near like $74 million under the cap next year.
This is all.
But that all depends on where the cap is going to be at next year.
But that is at the floor. That is at the floor.
Okay, hold on. So, Quest says, if I was on a game show and the question was asked, will the Eagles tank this Sunday, 400K, my answer would be yes. For me, I just can't see them tanking. Unless they're getting smoked in the first half.
Cool.
You got pullback players. You there?
You said Washington?
Yeah.
They're not gonna lay down, man.
Yeah,
I don't see them laying down. Why would any team lay down when they know that the division on the line?
Yeah. Agreed.
See, these teams are not thinking like. See, what fans got to understand is, I get it. I get where they're coming from, but the teams are not thinking like that. It's money involved in this. No team is tanking. You see how these Cowboy players are playing? Ain't no give up on this team.
Yeah, true. Also, Think about the Jets. The Jets just ruined their chance to.
No team is tanking.
Yeah.
The Bengals ended up winning the last three. What since we beat them, they won every game since we beat them.
Yeah. True. I think if there was a team that was tanking, it's probably Jacksonville.
That's it.
They're always tanking.
But they always do that. Just for them to get one good year to go to the AFC title game and get their ass busted anyway, so it don't matter.
Trading everybody, just giving up everybody.
Here you go, take that.
Yeah, Jacksonville might be the NFL version of a hoe. Like they just giving it up to everybody.
They actually draft great. Jacksonville drafts great. Then they trade.
They just giving it up.
Giving it up to everybody. Here, you get this person, you get Fournette, you get Ramsey, you get this win.
Fourth round.
You can have whatever you like.
I'm trying to tell you. Look, it's a New Year's special.
So, prediction: which team ends up in the playoffs from the NFC East? Elton.
I'm going to go against my better judgment. I think somehow we get in.
I've been sitting just thinking about this jump for like since we won the last game. And I feel like the way the Cowboys are playing right now, I just feel like everything is lining up for them to win this damn division. I feel like the Cowboys are going to have a storybook ending this year.
It would be
like a storybook ending, like where they get into the playoffs and they get their ass whooped.
No, like I'm talking about like possibly going to the NFC Championship game and losing that.
Oh hell no! But I could see it though. I don't know why.
Only reason why I say this, and I'm not being I'm not a homer. I'm the least homer you ever meet. I'm only saying that because the way this year has gone and how everything has transpired, bro, I'm not taking anything out the equation right now. How crazy this year has been.
And you know what else, too? We have a hot pass rush right now. It's a hot pass rush right now. They're getting after the quarterback, and that's what you need in the playoffs.
This year is reminiscent to the Giants' 9-7 year when they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It is. I'm feeling those Giant vibes right now.
It would be very 2020 for the damn Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Without Dak. And wouldn't that be a bitch?
I think Dak is probably closer to coming back than actually what they did.
I bet you if they do go to the NFC Championship game, I bet you Dak is like, fuck it, I'm playing. I'm about to risk it all, baby.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I think Dallas is gonna beat the Giants, but I think that Washington gonna mess around and beat Philly. Alex Smith probably gonna play.
Because I think, because I'm not really counting on Washington to lose. I would be happy, but I'm not going. To me, it's
nothing to lose. But I feel like the Eagles are going to play hard. I feel like the Eagles. No, I feel what you're saying, Elton. I do feel like that. I do got a feeling that they might pull it out. But on the back end of that, I also think the Eagles are going to play hard too because, any division rival, if they got any opportunity to knock another team in their division out, they're going to do what they need to do.
Absolutely. So we have a panel. E2 says the Cowboys get in. Elton says the Cowboys get in. And I think Washington wins their game and takes care of business. But, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for the show today. And y'all got anything before we go?
You got anything, Elton?
No.
E2, when's your next show? Y'all got videos coming up or whatnot? Go ahead and plug it in there.
Yeah, so go check out my channel, guys. E2 Blue Entertainment. I did a video today. I talked about basically them coming back to practice. I did an injury report, and I was talking a little bit about what we're doing going forward to try to play for this game for the Eagles. I'll be doing my matchup video this weekend after New Year, before the game, and I'll more than likely be live streaming the game. And I may do a live stream tomorrow. I'm not promising nothing though, because I got a lot going on tomorrow.
Yeah, true. I understand that.
But I will do a video tomorrow. If nothing else, I will definitely do a video tomorrow.
What about you, Elton? You got your post-game video going up, or a pre-game video going up, or what, man? What you got going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably do that Friday.
Okay, so Elton got a video coming out Friday. And also, Elton, pretty soon, I'm just going to announce it out here. We do boxing shows too, and on Elton's channel, we might have Sean Porter pretty soon. Can you confirm that or what, Elton?
More than likely, I am gonna go and talk to them probably in the next couple weeks, but I am pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, good. So we have former WBC and IBF welterweight champion Sean Porter on Elton's channel pretty soon. So if you guys tune into boxing, make sure you follow Elton's channel because we have a pretty good roundtable over there where we talk boxing as well. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. The people who are in the comments section, Quest was out there. E2 got some trolls out there. Pessimistic Fan is out there. Tom Thompson's out there. Exclusive D1 is out there. And that's just to name a few. But if you guys are catching this on the playback, make sure you go in the comment section. Well, first, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. And then go ahead and put replay in the comment section and let me know you're catching it on the replay. But thank you guys for tuning in, man. We had some technical difficulties, but it's always a blast. Thank you guys thank you E2 and Elton for coming in and actually holding the show down while I figured things out. But we got it through, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. We out. Peace.
Peace.